Blessings and good evening. Tonight we're gathering once again to practice meditation together. As you may notice, there's a fluctuation of monks who attend the evening program. Some are practicing on their own in their kuti, as is the tradition in our tradition of Buddhism. We give a sort of variation to the routine. Periods of practicing together, periods of practicing independently. As you know, can be quite difficult if it's left up to our own choice, our own freedom to practice. Sometimes we can waste away that free time, that time to ourselves, and sometimes we can put it to great value. So a mixture of both structure and time to practice on your own is a very good balance, a good mixture of practice to strengthen one's determination, strengthen one's ability to build your own inner resources. But for the most part, it's a very valuable way of practicing together, meeting regularly, supporting one another in one's practice. If we do away with that too early, sometimes we get swept away with our own desires, moods, and end up not practicing. So it's a very good thing to do, to meet together, practice together, listen to the Dhamma together. We call this Kalyana Mitta, spiritual friends, spiritual guides, spiritual friendship. As we all know, in the world out there, whether it's in Australia or whichever country, the majority of our experience is a very un-Buddhist experience. Whether it's what we come across at work or socially, there's very few influences which are pulling us in a good direction to doing more Dhamma practice, to practice more loving kindness, practice more dana, practice more sila or morality. A lot of the influences which we experience on a day-to-day basis is pulling us in the opposite direction. So having these times where we meet together and offer a kind of support and encouragement to keep practicing, to keep improving one's mindfulness, improving one's sila or morality, improving one's dana or generosity, and improving one's wisdom. In the world, we uplift and praise those people who are intelligent and smart, ambitious. But in the Buddhist teachings, we uplift, praise, and aspire to those who are wise, which is very different from intelligence. So spending time with, doing wise activities with wise people is a very wise way of practicing to develop ourselves. So, practicing meditation regularly like this, we must continue to practice in this wise way. Spending our time learning how to let go of our distracted thinking, giving importance to the quiet mind, peaceful mind. Keep returning back to the breathing or the Buddha. And as the mind gets pulled off again, then we find ways of letting go of that train of thought which leads us to thinking about the future or the past, and we bring it back to the present moment. This is a very wise way of spending our time. This is what we call intelligent in the Buddhist terminology. So for the next period of time we can practice quietly together, and at the end of the session I'll ring the bell.